Hello juniors, I am Susanna de Chenonceau of College Mapper, and this is your January video for things you can be doing to prepare for college admissions. So the first thing I'm saying to all my students this month in January is that you probably need to give yourself a little bit of a pep talk because we're still doing online school, and that's just not normal for any of us. We're not used to that. We're used to being face-to-face. So what you need to do in order to do your best in school and keep your grades up is be your own coach. And what I mean by that is you're going to need to set a schedule for yourself and get up at a particular time each day, take a shower, put on a proper outfit, eat a good breakfast, and sit at your desk to do your school. Don't be doing school in bed. Don't be doing school in your PJs. It sounds luxurious, and maybe it was for 1 or 2 days or even 1 or 2 weeks, but it's just not good for your morale. It's not good for your psyche. So I think we need some more structure in our lives. That's really helping my students to feel better. So getting up at a certain time, showering, putting on a proper outfit, eating a good breakfast, scheduling a good lunch, sitting at your desk or at a table to do your school, and turn your camera on. It makes a huge difference for you, for your peers, for your teachers when you turn those cameras on, that we can all see each other and we're not just staring at black boxes and we don't feel quite so disconnected. So I really urge you guys to turn your cameras on, okay? And make a study schedule for yourself. Also make an exercise schedule. When we were in school, there was a lot of built-in movement, a lot of built-in walking and changing classes. So at least 3 times a week, I think you should be getting outside and walking for at least 30 minutes. That's a minimum amount of exercise for any human. So just trying to do these little things like drinking more water and practicing some deep breathing, those things are really going to make you feel better, which will enable you to do better in your classes while we're still online. And do keep your grades up, juniors, because your grades this year matter the most. The colleges that you're going to be applying to in the fall are really going to look at these junior year grades and say, how did he or she do this year? Because you are the closest to the student that they would be getting. So these junior year grades they're going to look at really carefully. So definitely you want to show up and you want to do every piece of extra credit that's possible. When a teacher asks for a paragraph, write a paragraph and a half. Never do the minimum, no missing work, nothing in late. That's just not good for your professional reputation. So you're going to get more points when you get that low-hanging fruit, like turning everything in early or on time and doing a little bit more than you were asked to do. And always double-checking your work. Never asking a teacher, how can I bring up my grade? Just do your best and don't have any missing assignments. That's how you can bring up your grade. So I think juniors, you do need to be focusing on your grades. They really do matter all year. And then you're about to register for classes next year, so make sure that whatever amount of honors or advanced or AP classes you took this year, that you take 1 more next year if you can handle it while preserving your mental health, because your mental health is our #1 consideration. If you're performing at a pretty good level and you're feeling quite healthy physically and mentally, then I would increase the rigor next year, senior year, because that looks pretty well in college admissions, to just be trying a little harder, challenging yourself a little bit. Don't go from 2 APs to 4 or 5 APs. That can just look desperate, and it's often a recipe for disaster because that's a huge jump in rigor, very difficult to manage. I think 3 APs is a nice high number for any old kid, and 2 if school is not really your thing, 1 if school is really not your thing, and 4 if you're just a stellar student and school is quite easy for you. Nobody needs to be doing 5. That's just no fun. I have 1 or 2 kids that try that every year and they just suffer. This is not fun for them. So choose your classes really wisely. Make sure that you continue taking world language if you know that you want to apply to really competitive colleges. They do like to see that. And you can double math, double science if you know you want to be a STEM major. So lots of considerations. Play to your strengths in your AP and honors. Again, don't be taking an honors class in everything. Take it where you know that you can get an A. I would always rather have you take a lower level class and get an A than a higher level class and get a B, because your GPA is the #1 factor in college admissions. So preserve it, okay? That's my quick and dirty advice for you registering for classes next year. This spring, you guys can also be doing some things to help your applications, namely career interviews with your relatives, your friends' parents, your parents' friends, just, hey, Uncle Mike, what do you do every day for work? Aunt Janet, what did you major in? What do you do? Would I like that? Would I be good at that? What's the best part of your job? What's the toughest part of your job? Etc. Questions like that. This can help you figure out what you might like to major in, but it could also give you some opportunities to job shadow these people who know you and love you. Even online, they might let you come to some work meetings online. And job shadowing is where you just silently observe and then ask questions at lunchtime. And so try to get yourself a few job shadows. You think you want to be a physical therapist? That's great. Job shadow a few. You think you want to be an architect? Sure, great. Job shadow a few, because it's really very revealing and it helps you to determine where you might like to take your career, your own major in college and your career. So career interviews can turn into job shadows, can turn into internships. That's your ultimate goal. That helps you write your applications. It's really good legwork to be doing right now. You are not too young to be trying to figure out what you might like to major in. You're not at all too young for that. Also, you guys are probably just at the cusp of designing a college list, or you may have already started your college list. Make sure you design it wisely with reach, match, and safety schools. You need all three categories. Everybody should throw their hat in the ring for a reach school or two. Not all reach schools, that's a recipe for sadness. Most kids end up going to college in the match category. And then you should always have a safety school or two as insurance so that you know you do have some options at the end of the day. Make a balanced list and keep up your activities at school this spring, summer, and fall, because you write about them on your applications, so it is important. And juniors, you are starting to do positions of leadership at school now, so we're looking to you to be problem solvers during this difficult time in history. We're looking to you to step up and be creative with your clubs, with your activities. Try to get the younger kids involved. Try to recruit them. Make the meetings interesting. Figure out a way. Be a problem solver. You can do this. That's really going to help your applications, but it's also just going to help all of us make it through this tough time. And we are turning a corner. Hang in there, kids. We really are turning a corner. Please make sure that you're doing compassionate volunteering. That's really important. Teaching little kids your sport is typically not my definition of compassionate volunteering, unless those are really underprivileged or underserved little kids. So I have posted 88 ways on the College Mapper website of things that you can be doing from home that are compassionate for volunteering, so check that out. Also, I am recommending that my juniors test and test prep for the ACT or the SAT, because we don't know if the vast majority of colleges are going to be test optional again next year. So I do think you should test prep. You can do Khan Academy or number2.com, Kaplan, Princeton Review, Revolution Prep, Compass Prep. There's all kinds of prep places online that will help you. And never let finances stand in the way. Fee waivers and scholarships are always available for test prep, particularly if finances are an issue for you. Finally, we're having a webinar on January 24th. It's a free webinar with me answering questions about college admissions, talking about things like this, how you can strengthen your app. And we built a phone app that's on the College Mapper website. You can use it on your computer or you can download it to your phone. It's at collegemapper.com. As always, you guys can post questions in the forum and I do answer them. I'm not the fastest turtle in the race, but I do answer those questions and I love you guys. So I'm happy to help. And yep, as always, yay college!